All right, we're back. Second hour, Loving the Skin I'm in. This section, we're going to talk about Cardi B. This woman has the #1 song in the country, and we're going to let Dee give us a little intro, a little background, and since she has a daughter that is of that age that would like that kind of bullshit music. Go ahead, Dee. Yeah, go ahead and tell us what's up.
Okie dokie. So, right now, I'm not really well versed on Cardi B either, but as you
liar,
I'm not. As you said, she is a rapper, and this is coming from NPR. NPR. Yes.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. Cardi,
it's a
rapper Cardi B's song "Bodak Yellow." That's the name of it. A hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. This marks only the second time in history that a female rapper has topped the charts unaccompanied. Now that means that she didn't have
featuring so and so and
Kendrick Lamar or whoever,
But the #1 was, I think, wasn't that the Brat?
I'm not really for sure.
I think it was the Brat.
Maybe so.
That was #1.
I think it was 15 years ago or so that it was done. And so a little bit of background about Miss Cardi B. Cardi B, she said she got her name from her. She was mimicking her sister who goes by the name of Hennessy, and so she wanted to be named. This is how I found this on the internet.
The only time your name is Hennessy is if you're a stripper.
Okay, well, can I continue?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
These are
that's what I heard.
This is not my opinion. These are just the facts that I got off the internet. Okay, so her sister's name was Hennessy, and so she thought it'd be cute. She wanted to mimic her sister's name, so she thought should be called Bacardi. So she flipped it around and called it Cardi B. And so they asked her, what does the B stand for? She says beautiful and sometimes bully. Okay, which I thought was like, really? Okay. At 19, she was a stripper. She started stripping to get away, I guess, from her abusive boyfriend she lived with. She said she was very poor and had money, so she was stripping. And then she found herself, now she's only 24. So she found herself on the very popular reality show, Love and Hip Hop. I think it was maybe New York. New York. She did 2 seasons on there. Where on the show, I never watched it, so I'm just kind of speculating. I know you watch because you like Ratchet.
No. Yeah, I like Ratchet, but I don't like the New York stuff. I represent the West Coast, DJ Quick and things like that, and G-Funk.
So anyway, I guess on the show, she's trying to be a rapper. I don't know what she was doing, but anyway, her love interest was in jail. And so
surprise!
Right, they were talking about how she's going to marry him when he gets out and all that.
Yeah, you love picking these. I mean, guys that get locked up, they get more pussy.
How when they locked up?
Well, what I'm saying is though, they get more pussy than guys that have jobs and doing the right thing. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
So, now here she is, and it's now 2017. She now, as we said, have the #1 record in America on the Billboard 100, which is like a phenomenal thing to do. Okay. Now, I want to read some of the lyrics just so you guys can get an idea because I've heard the song, but I just kind of like it's not my thing.
Is there a video available?
There's a video. So
well, let's check out the video real quick so people can just check it out.
Cardi. Hey. Say you so good, fuck with me if they wanted to. Say little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club just to party, I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. What bitch working as hard as me? I don't bother with these hoes. Don't let these hoes bother me. They see pictures, they say ghosts. Bitch, I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe. I might just chill with your boo. I might just spill on your babe. My pussy feel like a lake. He wanna swim with his face. I'm like, okay. I let him get what he want. He buy me East Saint Laurent no, it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills. I ain't got no time to chill. Think these hoes be mad at me, they baby father run a bill. Say, little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. If you a pussy, you get popped. You a goofy, you a op. Don't you come around my way, you can't hang around my block. And I just check my account, turns out I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. I put my hand above my hip, I bet you dip, he dip, she dip. I say, I get the money and go, this shit is hot like a stove. My pussy glitter is gold, so that little bitch play her role. I just a rope and no rolls, I just came up in a rave. I need to fill up the tank, no I need to fill up the safe. I need to let all these hoes know they none of they niggas is safe. I go to dinner and steak, only the real can relate. I used to live in the peace, now it's a crib with a gay. Rolly got charms, a life frosted flakes. Hard to let these bitches know, just in case these hoes forgot. I just wanna check the mail, another check from all the dots. That little bitch, you can fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the school, I can get them both, I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch, I make bloody moves. Bloody moves.
Okay, so as you heard and saw, I'll just read the lyrics because I had to read them myself. It says, and I can't rap, so I'm just gonna read them. Said little bitch, you can't fuck with me. If you wanted to, these expensive, these is red bottoms. These is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose. And I'm quick, cut a nigga hustle. Don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now. I make money moves. So I don't gotta dance, I make money moves. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss and you a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves. That's just part of it.
Where's the rhyme?
I don't know.
Because when we were coming, it had the rhyme.
Well, she said moves a lot, so maybe that's where the rhymes go in. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just reading the lyrics, and so... Okay, so I was talking to my daughter, as I always do, about the song, and she pretty much called me a hater and that I was being judgmental. In fact, right before I came to do this, she said, get off the phone with me because you're giving me a headache, you're not listening. But before we got to that point...
Did you choke her out? No, I'm joking.
No, well, she's in San Francisco, but she'll be here tonight. So she, we were talking about it yesterday in a more civil manner. She says... Well, she said, I don't particularly like the song. She's not my cup of tea, but she says, I get it, She says, to a lot of people, it's the hood anthem. And these are her words. It's like a hood bitch's lemonade. Lemonade is Beyonce's anthem for women, I guess. I don't think I've ever heard the song.
I never heard the song. I
haven't heard the Lemonade song either. And then she says, sometimes... She says from people's perspective who might like the song, sometimes you got to put some people down to uplift yourself. This is what she was, I'm telling you, this is what she was saying, that some people probably see it that way, because if you listen to, go on with the lyrics of the song, I mean, she is kind of giving people business.
There has never been, you don't put people down to lift yourself up, because that ruins your argument.
Right, but I'm just telling you what she said to me, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
And so somebody else said, and I've seen a lot of people talk about this online, saying, well, it's a rags to riches story. She made it. She was a stripper. And I know strippers make quite a bit of money. So, but she's.
How's it a rags to riches when everybody knows in the music industry you don't make a lot of money, unless you're a Beyonce or a.
Hey, brother.
You just don't come out right out of the bat.
This is what they were saying. This is a rags to riches
delusional
story.
Even in the video, you can tell a lot of stuff in the video was leaked. They don't even own It's sad. Go ahead.
Right.
Talk to TLC.
Well, I heard her do an interview on the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about her Bentley truck that she has, and then Charlamagne was like, "Do you have your license yet?" And she says, "No." He says, "Do you even know how to drive?" And she says, "Well," and she the way she talks is really, "Yeah, well, you know, now why do you want to get into all of that?" And so she goes, "No, I don't know how to drive." She says, "You know how it is, you know, and then we would just be fronting." So this, you know, this is what she was saying. Okay. And so people again were saying it's a rags to riches story. And then also a friend of mine on Facebook, she made a post about it saying big ups to her. It's the rags to riches. She's got turned her life around, and basically shut up.
Sorry, go ahead.
She said everybody's hating on her.
All right.
People have something to say are hating on her, and then they say she's a boss. And then ultimately, our question is,
boss, what does that mean?
She's running her own show. She's making her own. I don't know.
Okay, got it.
And so that leads us to the question of, is Cardi B a role model? All right.
No, but go ahead.
Damn. Show over.
Yeah. Have a nice day.
Yeah. And so, okay, so I was, like I said, having this conversation with my daughter, and she pretty much everything but hung up on me because I was not understanding and I was being a little bit judgmental. She didn't call me a hater, but she said, "You don't understand, Mom. It's not like it is when you were growing up. Things are a lot different." And so then this is kind of where I asserted my mamaship and kind of did come unglued. I said, when did respect, as we talked about earlier, when did respect become a thing of the past?
Right.
I said, it's funny because these women, and yes, it's women who are defending this. This is women and people who should know better who are defending this. And so out of one side of their mouth, they're saying, "Oh, well, you know, she's a boss and she's a boss bitch. And, you know, I got to respect her hustle and she's a rags to riches story." But I wouldn't let my daughter listen to it. So it's like, well, why are you? And listen, I've seen Cardi B. She's got a very fun personality, you know, a good sense of humor.
I wouldn't know her if
I've seen her on some things. She's you know, outspoken on political things and stuff like that. But and yeah, I respect her hustle. But at the same time, why and how is she like even be considered somebody to look up to in regards to she made it? That's a success story. And I asked a girl on my Facebook page, isn't there other people we could be looking up to? I mean, surely so. And it's funny because my brother sent me this morning, he texted me and my sister this
Jeremiah.
song. Yeah, it's called Layla's Wisdom. And she's a rapper. I think her name is Rhapsody, if I'm not mistaken. But this song is like the antidote to this Bodak Yellow. Was totally talking about the opposites of having respect and, you know, knowledge of self and wisdom and eating. I mean, it was just like, why are we listening to that kind of stuff? And didn't even crack the 100, top 100. I never even heard about it. Not that I'm all up on game with rappers. And, you know, I'm real old school like yourself. I'm old school. So, I've never heard her, but I'm like, why aren't these people cracking the Billboard Top 100?
Because they're talking the real.
Right. Well, some people tell you that Cardi B is talking the real.
That ain't real.
That's how it goes down in the hood. That's real. You know, she struggled.
But, see, and I hate when people say how it goes down in the hood. And that's why they stay in the hood. Mm-hmm. So there's your reality. You're staying in the hood.
And it's funny, too, because I was listening to Dr. Boyce Watkins. And he was talking about, it's funny how people, the black community is supposed to be so woke. Right. But we've made Cardi B's song number one. Yeah, she made Cardi B's song number one. So how can you be woke and then make something like that number one? But you know what I find the problem is too? We talked about this kind of with Tyler Perry and stuff too. We as black people, and to my daughter's point, you're acting like black people are the only ones that made her number one. No, you're right. It's not just black people, but goddammit, you know we had a lot to do with it. Right. Because the lady the Cardi B is Dominican, I think she is Dominican or whatever. Black. Yeah, she acts like a sister. Mm-hmm. But I said we need to start holding these people accountable. Mm-hmm. Like we're giving them their money, but I understand to your point that you made on the show earlier. You're like this generation is running the show. They're running the show, so we need to say how. You know what, Cardi B or whoever, you are a beautiful young lady. You got a great sense of humor and all this stuff. However, in order for us to spend our money with you, we at least need you to come on now. You calling people bitches and you make bloody moves. I don't even know what that means. I honestly don't even know what that means.
Women are calling themselves and referring to themselves as bitches and whores, and like it's like everyday speech.
I don't refer to myself like that. And my daughter, she says, well, Mom, you've used the bitch word. I said, I have used the bitch word, and I play around a lot. So like if I'm in a car, I'm like, this motherfucker cut me off.
Or if your client owes you money.
Okay, better have my money. No, on the serious, I said, but the difference is, I don't do it in public.
Right.
It's not being published. You don't even see me acting like that on Facebook.
Nope.
You would not ever say you saw me curse. If you did, it's probably something minor, or I'll bleep it out or something like that. But I don't get down like that in public. Because I believe that as a woman, we are supposed to be the standard bearer. We are supposed to set the example.
Not anymore.
But no, you're right. And so a lot of women are probably going to disagree with that. But we do live in a society to where everything goes. And if you say something about it, you're a hater. Right. Again, I'm not hating on Cardi B. I wish her more success. A lot of people say she's going to be, you just took the words right out of my mouth.
One-hit wonder.
She's going to be a one-hit wonder. I hope that she's not. I hope that she is able to elevate and do great things. I don't wish anything foul for her.
Yeah, but can I say one thing? These rappers, okay, now remember in our parents' generation, these guys are still touring the Temptations. These
Ooh, I saw the stylistic
yeah,
with my mom a couple years ago. I was like, ooh, they better be happy I don't throw these spanks on the stage.
You know what I mean? But, here it is 30, 40 years, and these people are still performing.
Right.
These mumble rappers, whatever you want to call them.
Mumble rappers.
I don't see them doing anything in 5 years. Bad Boy just had a reunion tour.
Right. 20 years or so?
Yeah, about 20 years.
Uh-huh.
R&B and things like that. You could deal with that stuff because it was, Bad Boy was about having fun and, it wasn't about, da-da-da. NWA, Ice Cube, he's still touring because he was kind of conscious. Ice Cube was conscious.
And he's branched off into all other
movies and stuff like that. But these mumble rappers, I don't see them doing anything
in 5
years.
Some will argue that's what rap is now. You guys need to get with the times. This is what rap is.
It's what?
Mumble rappers.
Mumble rappers.
I told my daughter, I said...
It sounds like it's chanting to me.
It could be putting a spell on everybody. You never know.
I have no idea.
But my daughter, I told her, I said, how do y'all even dance to that? Because occasionally she'll go out to a club. And so...
They don't dance.
You know what she did? She came home and said, you're right, Mom. I couldn't even dance to that. I said, see, when we was going to the club, we came out sweaty. Hair was stuck to you.
All about that R&B when that slow grind started kicking. Honey Love by R. Kelly or whatever,
Before he was known.
Yeah, before he was known. You get your little sweet thing and...
You can't do it nowadays. And so...
Or Michelle A, Something in My Heart.
Right. So, I mean, and no shade to the rappers nowadays. I just can't get with it.
No, I'm going to give them shit. You guys suck. Ooh. It's as simple as that. You suck. I don't see these guys making multi-platinum albums. I don't see that.
Well, some of them are.
From where?
There's people who are buying it and making them rich.
Where? Because I don't see a future Dr. Dre. I don't see a Jay-Z.
My daughter it's funny, yesterday she was reading me the Forbes the wealthiest rappers or something. Mm-hmm. P. Diddy is at the number one with $120 million a year. Mm-hmm.
And that's because he owns
other
catalog.
Stuff. But other stuff
No, but he owns the catalog of his music.
Right, but he has the Sean John label, alcohol, Ciroc, or whatever the case is. So he's balling. And then she said Future was number 23.
Who's that?
He's Sierra's baby daddy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, he's a producer too.
He sings the Molly Percocet song.
I never heard of
it. So these rappers are making money.
Then why is it they end up broke at the end of the day?
Because they don't have any financial sense. Financial literacy. They're just putting forth an image that they want you and I to believe is real.
Bow Wow was talking about, remember that when he's like, I'm on a jet, private jet, and they come to find out he was on a Southwest flight.
Right, you ain't got a lot of kick in you. I respect you saving your money, So is she a role model? Absolutely not,
in my opinion.
What do you say as a man to convince these women who you're hating?
Okay.
She's rags to riches story. Okay. You gotta respect her story.
Here's the thing. Her story is no different than when Run DMC started, Houdini. I could go on NWA, Eazy-E. When Ruthless Records started, he was selling albums out the back of his trunk of his car. And it was just something to make a little side hustle because he was a dope man before that. And then it blew up to something unbelievable. You cannot consider yourself a role model when you have to put other people down to step on. What's that saying our parents used to say? When you got to step, the same people that you step on to make it are the same people that you're going to meet on your way down.
Right.
And that is exactly why you don't do it, because karma is a motherfucker.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
So,
I was actually looking for something that Felicia Rashad was saying about women once. But maybe you could put up the video. Sure. She was basically saying, you know, how women used to be soft. Women used to be soft-spoken. Okay,
Dee.
I'm just telling you what she said.
No. I know where you're coming from. Now, remember when I said you look at some of these women that have weave in it. Like I said, you've always been natural, and you got some nice texture of hair and stuff like that. And these women are wearing weaves that isn't their hair, which is what I agree with Tommy. They're hair hats because you're wearing something. It's like me wearing this hat. I'm wearing a hat on top of my head when it's sweating under there and it starts stinking and stuff like this, right?
Right.
But when you see gay men wearing weaves and these transvestite type men, you cannot even tell the difference. It's really hard to tell the difference between a tranny
I'm going to tell you this
and a woman.
I'm going to say this to you right now. You think those women were harsh critics that came after you last week?
Right.
You just wait talking about gay black dudes with weaves.
I'm just saying. I mean, in some situations, and you know what I'm talking about. You look at
I don't.
No, but
I have no clue.
No, but what I'm saying is because they're so hard looking, these women are so hard, the tattoos, it's hard to tell from a distance if that, I mean, the WNBA, I love the WNBA. I love the WNBA.
Yeah, you do.
But that is a organization that is full of man dudes. Because, I mean, look at, they look like men.
Man dudes?
Man dudes. Girly men. In the words of Schwarzenegger. I love the WNBA, but their what's that? Traits are so masculine.
We call those studs.
Yeah, whatever their deal is, and it's like, wow, you know, here's a woman. You got breasts, you got everything, assets of a woman, but the way you look, your appearance, it's just so manly.
Well, I think Felicia Rashad, and I believe it was Felicia Rashad. I think she was more or less speaking in the sense of, you know, physically, but just really mentally, in the whole aura of a woman.
It's gone.
Well, yes, she used to be soft. Like I always speak to my daughter and say, you as a woman should be able to walk into the room and command attention without, hey, I'm here, oh, look at me. You should be able to just walk into a room and people say, wow, look at her.
I was at Walmart yesterday and I saw this young lady.
You went to Walmart?
Yeah, I went to Walmart. I had to get Belle some food.
Okay.
But I went to Walmart and I saw this young Hispanic lady, tattooed all over, and on her face. And I was like, what?
Well, you know that is kind of normal though. I mean, I don't say normal, but it's becoming part of mainstream.
No, but when I'm looking at it's on her face, and I'm thinking, you will never work any other place but this Walmart.
And you know what though? I would, well, probably that with the tattoos, but up until I would say maybe 6 years ago or so, I used to be a personal banker, right? Now, I'm old enough to can say I remember the old school bankers who would have the 3-piece suits on, and you know they're come this way. How may I help you? Now, when I was a banker, branch managers and even personal bankers, tattoos on their hands, tattoos on their feet and their legs, and I was thinking, as a customer, you know, even if I didn't have a lot of money or as somebody with a lot of wealth, listen, let me sit down with somebody. I ain't got to be distracted by all your piercings and your tattoos, you know, because I just wouldn't want to talk money with you. But times are changing.
No, and I understand that. But the way this girl, where she had her tattoo and stuff, she will never work any place but a Walmart or a retail.
I just think a lot of times but see, again, that comes from, you know, I'm going to take ownership as a woman. That comes from us not being very stern with our daughters. Like I said, my daughter be 25. I can take the stance of what she grown. I don't need to. I ain't finna be in her business. But no, as far as I'm concerned, I will always be mentoring her till the day she dies. It's my job. I would be remiss to not tell her. Well, because at one point in time she wanted the little things in the ears and make it earlobes.
Yeah.
I said, listen, you're gonna regret that one day. I said, right now it's cute. You know, everybody's doing. I said, but one day you're gonna want to even if you work for yourself, you're gonna want to step into the real world, and then you're gonna have these big droopy earlobes, and then. I said, I would advise you to think. Now, she was grown at the time, 18 or so. I said, think about that. Think about what she changed her mind.
Right. Well, this girl, looking at her, she looked like a walking hepatitis C victim. I mean, the way her tattoos were, she was kind of pale looking. I'm thinking, how do you think in your mind state that you look okay? You look like either you just came out of prison and you got a job.
Well, maybe she did.
But still, to disqualify yourself for future employment, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of times too, you know, people say, well, you work for yourself. I work for myself. But the last thing I'm going to do is show up to somebody's house or a place of business with tattoos all over my face. Hey, I'm here to help you develop a message and show you how to deliver it to the right audience.
Yeah, with the big night symbol right in the middle
of the
forehead.
Why are you developing a message to your audience with all that stuff on your face?
You're a walking billboard. Like I said, and people say, well, I don't have a tattoo. I don't have a tattoo on my body. It's for the simple fact that nobody's paying me to have a tattoo on my body. Because that would be a lifetime paycheck for me to do that. I'm not going to walk around and let Nike or Adidas or whoever.
Well, no, I would never do nothing.
Yeah, be on my body and I'm not getting paid for it.
Can I tell you something really ratchet about myself back in the day?
Yes, go ahead.
Because I would like to be honest with you. I used to date a dude. His whole crew had this thing with St. Ides beer.
Yes, St. Ides, yes.
All of these fools at one point in time, somewhere on their body, had a tattoo of St. Ides. And he had a bunch of them at the time, but he had one up and down his arm with the St. Ides, the crooked eye.
Right.
That was a crew.
Right.
I never even thought that was terribly sexy. He had it before I met him, but I asked him, what's that about? Oh, yeah, me and all my homies, we got this because, we the St. Ides, we the crooked eye crew.
He's regretting that shit right now.
He's probably still part of the crooked eye crew. I went, and this was about almost 20 years ago when he dated. So yeah, he's probably of that part of the life where he's still part of the crooked eye.
Part of the crooked eye. He's still drinking St. Ides.
His liver is probably part of the crooked eye crew too.
Yeah, he's still drinking St. Ides, or probably have gone up to what's the new one? Corona.
I don't know, because I don't drink, so I don't know. It's all the same to me, but.
Back to Cardi B, I really think that no, that is not a role model. When you got to step on people and downgrade people to make yourself look good, you ain't a role model.
Well, I did, because in all fairness, I listened to the song in its entirety one time. Because I was like, okay, well, maybe I am being a hater.
So what do you think about that?
I think it's full of shit. I think it's something that I wouldn't listen to, but...
Is the production good? Is it?
No.
Can you dance to it?
No.
Can you, like, at a house party, put it on and say, hey, everybody wants to listen to that? Is that something everybody would want to listen to?
Apparently, because it's number one, it's not something I would want to listen to, but that, hey, who am I?
But if you were at a party with a bunch of your peers, would you put that on and play?
Mm-mm. Not my peers.
Okay. Because
my peers don't come from that part of life to where we roll around calling each other bitches.
And that's another thing. Stuff. These young people have a misconception of the real world. Ghettos are a small populace of the population as a whole.
It's true.
So that's not the world. The majority of the world do not live like that.
But my thing is, it's like, why not put forth an image of, because I like old Hollywood. Mm-hmm. I like the aesthetics of it, the way it looks, the costume. Right. I like all of that. And even though a lot of them probably were hookers too. Right,
but D is a big Ozzie Davis, Ruby D type person.
I do, so I like the whole Hollywood to where they had some swag and they were debonair and I love that. Anybody can tell you
they carry themselves.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I love the fact that a woman could get dressed up and
Remember back in the day, you could be a shoe salesman when you dressed up.
Yes. You could be walking to the market and be dressed up. I love
Everybody
that.
Got the suits, yeah.
Now I got some holes in my jeans right now, but listen, when I go places, I know how to dress. But I just think standards are so low nowadays.
See, and just because standards are low, I don't know about you and yours. Like I tell my sons, I don't give a damn what they're saying.
What do you mean you don't give a damn? Because that's the way it is today.
No.
That's what everybody's doing.
No, and I don't. I don't care what everybody
You're
else does.
old. You're being judgmental.
And that's all right. As long
You're
as,
just a hater.
if that's your standard and you want to be here when you should be here,
It
that's
don't
on
matter.
you.
That's what everybody else is doing. You just need to get with the program and stop hating on these young people.
Not for me and mine. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I tell my son all the time, if you want to be where you want to be, it's going to take hard work.
When you was young once, you had on some Jerry curls and some parachute pants.
And you damn right. And guess what? I went through that phase, got out of it in time, and went on to do bigger and better things. It's just a phase.
So that was a rags to riches story.
Rags to riches story. But I didn't step on anybody to get there. It was all me. I was like Muhammad Ali. He's going to heaven in round number 7. I did it.
Well, okay, so as I was saying, I was listening to the song, and so because I like to be objective. I like to look at things from all points of view, and so I said, okay, well, I could kind of get how a woman or a girl, whoever's listening to it, can feel empowered. Like, yeah, I'm a boss. And
I'll suck some dicks and
do
what I gotta do and strip and, just VIP. Go ahead.
But you know what? That's how some people feel. I'll do what I gotta do.
I'll take it in the keister.
But again, Dr. Boyce Watkins made the point of, is that something you really gotta do?
Right.
Or is that something you as my dad would say, you're taking the path of least resistance.
Right.
And so you just want to go out there and do those things, opposed to saying life is not always going to be easy. The struggle teaches us stuff. It makes us strong. Go with, just bear through it. No, I'm going to go get on the pole.
Yeah, I'd rather get on the pole, go to the VIP room. One bad encounter, and my life is drastically altered forever.
My friend that I just left before I came over here, we were talking, and she says a friend of hers, husband or something, got a text from somebody, I don't know who it was, basically said, for $40, I'll blow you. And so...
Do you still got that number?
I don't have the number, okay? That's some information that was given to me.
Right.
And so she was like, how much money could you make in a day doing that? I said, well, hell, just do the math. You do it 10 times.
Yeah,
that's right. I said, but would you want to be the 10th dude to have that woman put her mouth on your thing? But,
it's supposed to be covered up.
But she's like, I can't believe women are doing that kind of stuff. I said, well, to your point, women are doing what they got to do. That's what I got to do. But the question is, do you got to do that?
You have to got to do that, right?
Right. Exactly. So... And listen, I don't ever knock anybody's hustle at all. I never try to do that, but it's just like...
But here's my thing. Hustle, hustle, hustle. When are you guys going to get tired of hustling? When I see these people that go and graduate from college and they go to Wall Street and work, these guys are making 6 figures, if not more, and making it. They're making it.
Making it or taking it. No.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because they're taking it most of the time.
But the point, nobody went to jail.
Not yet.
But you see what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, if you're going to do it, what's wrong with that hustle? What's wrong with the legal hustle?
Well,
what's wrong with being proud of yourself?
You know me fairly well. Punching the clock is like a phobia to me.
No, and
I punched the clock for a long time.
Wait. I went to my doctor thing yesterday with the VA, whatever the deal is, and the guy looked at me and he goes, when was the last time you worked? I said, I don't know, since, 5 years? I retired in 2012. He goes, you haven't worked in 5 years. I said, no. He goes, well, what are you doing? I said, nothing. Doing what I want.
I'm enjoying my retirement.
Yeah. And he's like, how do you do that? I said, well, you make the right decisions and you do the sacrifice on the front end versus on the low end. See, we're doing it backwards as a people. I'm a hustle. You're going to be hustling from the time you're 15 all the way until the time you're 60.
Well,
then
see,
what?
This is because I always say I'm a hustler.
Right, but at the end of the day, you're 60. Who gives a damn at that point?
True. To me, I think hustle needs to be defined.
Okay,
so I got 2 degrees.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I'm talking about the average. I'm not talking about like.
Okay, but I'm saying because to your point, I should be able to go out there and say, if you got this master's, you need to pay me a 6-figure salary. I'm not showing up.
That's what I did.
That's what they tell you.
That's what I did.
Okay, I agree. Mm-hmm. That ain't the case.
We know.
And so a person like me who does have a phobia with punching the clock and being told what to do, no, you can't go on vacation. I wish tell me I can't go.
You got 15 minutes to walk, to go to lunch, take a break, to come back, and be back on the floor. Go ahead.
You were missing from your desk for 5 minutes. I was here. Where were you? I'm grown. See, I have a bad attitude to be an employee.
Right.
So I like to move around. I'm not saying I can't work for somebody, but I need to have freedom.
Right.
So when I say hustle, like I hustle, I got a lot. What do you call it? The jack of all trades and the master of none.
But what I'm saying is your hustle is different than these people that don't have shit going for them. I dropped out of school. I'm gonna get on a pole.
Or I'm bilking the system.
Right.
No, I ain't doing that kind of stuff. No, I ain't doing that kind of stuff.
And that's where they get confused. Your hustle's a little bit different. That's like me. I would be considered a hustler now because of what I'm doing.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between hustling, like I'm bilking people, or I'm working the system. I got.
I'm gonna have a few baby mama. I'm gonna have a few babies out there.
Or income tax season come. I got 20 kids. I'm claiming, and I don't even have no
job.
kids.
Yeah, you don't even have a job.
Yeah, all that kind of. No, we ain't doing that kind of stuff. I'm talking about because I always say this. I don't care how much you go to school, how many degrees you have. Degrees don't teach you hustle.
Right.
They don't. That's something you gotta get for yourself. So, honestly, if you really want to do something in life, you're always gonna be hustling.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're retired, like you said, but you're always doing stuff, whether it's netting income or whatever. You're always doing something. But I think it's just like, well, hustling. Like, what are you doing to hustle? You know? Are you hustling with a purpose?
I'm sorry. I will not suck dicks.
I hope not.
And I'm talking about as a female, to make it or to feed my kids. I mean, there's got to be a standard because you have programs out there that were set up so you don't have to suck dicks or sleep with strange men in a truck or whatever. You know what I mean? You don't have to lower yourself to that.
Yeah,
standard.
I mean, and my daughter, she has friends who are strippers, and she said, "Mom, they're making so much money, and
all that glitters ain't gold."
They're making so. One of my friends, she's making $1,000 a day, and
that's what she tells you.
Right, and I've seen some of the videos of all this money and stuff. I don't know how much, but she says she's doing fairly well. She's paying for her way in school and all this other stuff.
Yeah, but you look at her teeth; her dental's all.
No, I mean she's gotten her body done, and the stuff they're doing nowadays. And so I said to her, I said, this is the thing. I said, when you're looking at somebody else's hustle or got your eyes on somebody else's paper,
it looks glamorous.
Yeah, your dream is not going to seem that sexy anymore because it's like, damn, she's making all this money. Here I am going to school. I'm struggling.
You don't know what she's doing.
I'm having to do Uber
and I'm gonna tell you, some of those girls, they are being passed around with NFL players. We're here in LA.
Right.
They're called up and they're out there, fucking for the dollar.
Right, and so that's what I tell her. I said, don't get blinded by other people's glitter, because a lot of times it ain't gold.
Right.
Especially on in age of social media, people can be who they want to be. They could be, standing by somebody else's Maserati. I just got me this Maserati. And so you're buying into that.
Right.
Keep your eyes on your own paper. And I speak from experience because I've been through a whole lot in the last couple of years, and the struggle has not been easy. Because they say the struggle has been real. But I never once thought to do deplorable things. I never thought, okay, in this age of social media, let me go and get some back shots. Let me go and I'm talking about public relations.
You got a lot of back. Go ahead.
Let me talk about public relations, but here.
Right.
I never
here you are anything with your little thing.
Right.
Oh, I'm looking over the assets of becoming, and then you got the big ass coming,
Right. I never thought to do that because to me it's cheap. I'm cheapening myself.
Yes.
To please people I don't even know.
And then if you're willing to do that, what are you going to teach your children?
Right, and what else will you do? Where does it stop? Where does the hustle stop? Okay, I was naked on Instagram. I was almost naked. Now I'm going to get naked.
Well, we'll put it like this. When I joined the Air Force and I wanted to fly airplanes, I intentionally told people, they said, well, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? And people don't believe me when I say this. You have to be willing to sell your soul. Literally. And I said I was willing to do whatever I had to do to fly those airplanes. Whatever they told me to do. I didn't care about this. You got to really put your
because this was what you wanted to do.
So it is feasible to do that. But see, I did it in a positive connotation. Right. I got to get a degree. I got to do, here are your steps. You got to get a degree. You got to do this. You got to do this. Okay, no matter what happens, I'm going to do that, do this, do that. I always had a second, I always had a second job even when I was in the military.
But you mean you didn't lie about being a pilot? Because, people say that's weird. I've seen people question, you're a pilot?
Yeah.
You're a black pilot?
Yeah, of course, yeah. No.
Well,
my father was
raise your expectation. Yeah. Why can't I be a pilot?
Right. Exactly.
You flew airplanes?
Right. And like I said, a lot of people see me and they'll say, well, you don't seem like, you're a pilot or anything.
Well, what does that look like?
Yeah, what does that look like, or how am I supposed to act, or
right,
whatever I'm supposed to do. I don't get it, but you really literally have to, you can have that attitude, but if you're going to do whatever you got to do to hustle, then why don't you do whatever you got to do to get that degree so you can make a legitimate hustle and make some real money?
Right.
Because I don't care how fine you are today, give it 20 years, the gravity takes over, and it's a done deal.
Well, not nowadays, because you can Y2C your ass right to the plastic surgeon and
But still, some of those things.
I just never tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a really quick way to do a plastic surgery, a facelift. Y'all see this ponytail I got?
Right.
Just do it tight.
Do it tight. Exactly. But,
do it tight.
But there's a show on TV called Bots. You see these people that go in there.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying everybody's bad, but what if you go in there, because everybody doesn't keloid. It's like me. I don't keloid in my skin.
Me either, thank God.
But some people do. But you go in there, have a bad surgery, and you're screwed for the rest of your life. They can't fix that. Once it's damn. Little Kim, she looks fucked up.
Damn. I'm going to tell you a story. I don't know if I've ever told you. I think I did. I know we got a little bit of time left. Last year, my sister, God love her to death. She was like,
I will.
I sent her some pictures and stuff of myself, and she was like, you need a boob job. Because your titties is kind of saggy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, you think so?
Yeah, what are you rocking with, 32s?
Yeah, 38.
38. Okay.
Right. And so I was like, okay. So me and my daughter made some appointments. I went to a plastic surgery. Mm-hmm. And as I'm sitting there in the lobby, I'm seeing all these women coming there. You ever see the episode of Twilight Zone when they're all looking like, that's what they look like.
Yes.
Like, just, they all look the same. And so I'm sitting there.
In the Eye of the Beholder is the episode.
Eye of the Beholder, yes.
Eye of the Beholder.
And so these women are coming, and I'm like, gosh, what else could they be getting done? So I go back there, and the doctor's, doing that. Yeah, you're all kind of flat. We can do this, and we can do that, and blah, blah, blah.
Pump it up at the top.
All of that. We can put some this, that. Oh, yeah. Then I got to think about, said, then what next? What would I need to get fixed next?
Right, because if you're going to do that, ladies, you got to make sure your bumpers are correct. You can't be here and there.
At some point in time, that becomes a slippery slope because, like you said, gravity, that's life.
It's going to happen.
I ain't going to have no person.
Your skin is going to stretch.
Yeah, this life, and, anybody, and Al is, great with all that, and I don't look terrible now. I don't want you to think I'm like a raisin and shit. I mean, but, that's life.
Exactly.
What next? You'll be getting your face, you'll be getting your ass, you'll be getting, then you'll be looking like
money thrown away.
Yeah, you'll be looking like a Barbie doll, a plastic.
And really terrible because, don't get me wrong, I have some friends that are of the Caucasian persuasion.
Really?
And you remember that one white chick that was the tanning lady?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I know you saw that episode. I didn't see it, but I saw it online.
Oh my gosh. You're just like, what did you do to yourself?
She wanted to be a sister.
And then I had a friend she's in her 60s now. One of my mom's friends, a lot older. And it doesn't matter how much stress. I mean, you can tell the boobs are still there, but they're harder now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, that wasn't gonna be me.
No, but all around it, you can tell that's like there's nothing can be done at that point.
Just let it go, Barb.
Yeah,
let it go, Barb.
Yeah,
it's just done. I mean, I bet her name was Barb because I don't know if her name was Barb.
I've never seen in our day, if you're a sister, you ain't got no titties. That's one thing, because you usually had ass, and vice versa. You have like titties, whatever it is. But now you've got these girls just making themselves look as a caricature.
Yep.
And it's just sad.
Looking like a hot. I like to look natural. My face is not tight like it was when I was 15, but I'm cool with that.
I was watching this video of this young lady. She does video model, whatever the deal is, and she does sexual things on the video model. And she got her butt enhanced and stuff like this, and this guy was doing whatever he was doing with her, and it looked so unnatural.
It didn't move at all.
It was just disgusting because she was so big in the derriere that this guy was pretty well endowed in the video, and I would say he had to have been at least a 9 to 10 incher, and he wasn't even getting it. He was barely getting there.
Why would you want an ass that big on purpose?
And she was tattooed all over the place, and she looked like a hepatitis C victim.
I'm glad to hear that, as from a man's point of view, that you guys, not all of you, find that attractive.
No, it just was. It was a caricature of, and the girl was naturally pretty, but she just screwed herself up. Got the
because society has told these women that the bigger the ass, the better.
No. How do you wipe your ass if your ass is that big? I would hate to see your ass sitting on a damn toilet. It's like you would just consume the whole toilet.
I mean, you know, I don't have a small booty, but I don't have no big ass pumpkin booty either.
But your shit's real.
But yeah, but I always wonder, like, sometimes it's a lot of work to have to find pants that don't fit because you got big thighs and a booty. Like, so why would you want to get more? I never understood that.
I have no idea, and it's just, like I said, natural to me is, that's the way to be. I mean, grow old gracefully, and then you can work with it as you go. You know, but once you put all that stuff in your body, you can't take it out.
People don't want to grow old gracefully anymore. Like, as you can probably see, I got a couple of gray hairs. I'm tired of plucking them out. Now I don't want to look like Cruella de Vil. Wrong,
I mean, I got it in my beard and stuff, but
it is what it is.
It is what it is, and I'm gonna, you know, grow old, and that just goes to show you the low self-esteem our culture and our people have. And see, like in your situation, you have a daddy that you love, and your daddy tells you how beautiful you are
all the time.
All the time.
And my man too.
Right. So a lot of these girls, they don't have their fathers telling them that. The men they get are feminized, so they don't even know how to treat a woman.
Right. The men nowadays, not all of them, but they in the mirror with you.
Right. You know, they're feminized. I mean, come on.
Are those my skinny jeans or yours?
You're 6'2", 320 pounds, and somebody told you having twists in your hair, you look cute. When you look like a goddamn NFL player.
Yeah, like my friend Sharon, she always says, you know, I like my man looking like a citizen. You know, like he got some sense. Like he can walk down the street, as my brother would say, and not be a threat, because the black man is already a threat. And so here you are, like you said, you got these intimidating hair. Not that you shouldn't be able to
looking
do
like
that.
Coolio.
But you want society to take you seriously, but you're a 40-year-old man running around with pastel skinny jeans on.
Speaking of a thing, the guy that was leading the protest, Jebediah Brown.
Kanika Jenkins.
Yeah, the Kanika Jenkins store, Jebediah Brown. I sent him a message. And the message I sent him was, you know, I know he likes the urban look, wants to put his hat like this and whatever. And I just told him, I said, look, I'm an older brother, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You know, you can wear what you want to do, but if you really want to be taken seriously by the police department and things like that, you can't come up there with your boys looking like you guys are off the street. You know, he's a good-looking brother. I said, just come in there with a nice suit and tie.
Right.
You don't even have to have the jacket. Take the jacket off. Just have a nice thing. And they said they will take you a little bit more seriously.
Have people be able to get past your appearance.
Right. Because I said, when you come up there with your hat turned back, even though I support what he's trying to do, I can't take him seriously. It's
Can't
like,
get past his appearance.
Yeah, you don't look like you're an activist to me. You just don't. And so I sent him a message and I said, hey, you know, I gave him your number, by the way. I didn't give you your number, but I told him to look for you on Facebook. But I said, ask a PR person. They will tell you you're not getting the answers you want because you don't even look. You look like you're just right out. You look like you're right out of the hood.
Right.
You can't go to the chief of police and expect to meet with the chief of police. And
I wish we had longer time to tell you a story. But I'll tell it next time about what happened to me when I was younger, in my 20s, when I went to the bank.
Okay. Well, we're going to do that. But in conclusion, Dee has a show on Facebook. We saw it. You guys take a look. Hashtag it. The Dee Culture Show. I'm calling it
Demetra Kaye. I'm going to talk about what happened when I went and saw Sean King this past
That's right. You did see Sean King. It was really good. So check her out. That's